Imagine this. Every single second, 18 Amazon packages arrive at doorsteps around the world. That's 1.6 million deliveries every day. Behind each package is a promise kept, a need fulfilled, a smile delivered. But behind that smile is a story of relentless belief. In July 1994, a 30-year-old Jeff Bezos drove his beat-up Chevy Blazer to a small garage in Bellevue, Washington. The former Wall Street executive had just quit his high-paying job, leaving behind security and certainty for a wild dream. With $300,000 borrowed from his parents' life savings, their entire retirement fund, he set up a rickety desk made from an old wooden door and 4 2x4s. On that makeshift desk sat a single computer. And in that moment, Amazon was born. But here's what most people don't understand. Amazon wasn't built on brilliant ideas. It was built on something much more powerful: relentless resilience. For years, critics mocked Bezos as Amazon.bomb and Amazon toast. Wall Street analysts predicted his certain failure. Even his own investors questioned whether his vision made any sense. And who could blame them? When the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, Amazon's stock didn't just fall, it collapsed. From $106 per share to a crushing $8.37. A devastating 92% drop that erased billions in value overnight. Most founders would have given up. Most investors would have walked away. But in the quiet moments of doubt, Bezos had a mental framework that changed everything. The regret minimization framework. He asked himself a simple question. When I'm 80 years old looking back at my life, would I regret not taking this chance? The answer was clear. And so he persisted where others surrendered. For 7 straight years, Amazon bled money. 7 years without profit. 7 years of hearing, "I told you so," from critics. 7 years of sleepless nights wondering if tomorrow would be the day it all fell apart. Then, in the fourth quarter of 2001, after nearly a decade of struggle, Amazon posted its first ever profit, $5 million. That's just 1 penny per share on over $1 billion in revenue. One single penny. But it was enough to prove the doubters wrong. Behind closed doors that night, alone at his computer, Bezos allowed himself a quiet moment of satisfaction. Not because he was on his way to becoming the richest person on earth, that wasn't even imaginable then, but because his crazy idea of putting the customer first, at all costs, was finally showing signs of working. You see, Amazon's secret was never about books or websites or even technology. It was about a radical obsession with serving the customer that defied all business logic. When every other company focused on quarterly profits, Bezos focused on the long term. When competitors cut corners to save money, Amazon invested more in customer experience. When Wall Street demanded immediate returns, Bezos had the courage to say no. His philosophy was disarmingly simple. Start with the customer and work backwards. Never add products no one wants. That customer-first mindset transformed a tiny online bookstore into humanity's everything store. In 2000, Amazon opened its platform to third-party sellers, giving small businesses access to millions of customers overnight. In 2005, they launched Prime for just $79 a year, forever changing our expectations about delivery speed. Two-day shipping wasn't just convenient, it reshaped how we live. In 2006, Amazon Web Services began powering the internet itself, growing into a $100 billion business that now runs nearly half of all cloud computing worldwide. In 2007, the Kindle revolutionized how we read, selling out in just 5.5 hours and birthing the e-book revolution. And in 2017, the $13.4 billion acquisition of Whole Foods announced Amazon's bold arrival into the physical world. But numbers and milestones don't tell the real story. The real story is in the millions of small businesses that survive because of Amazon's platform. It's in the rural communities now connected to products once available only in big cities. It's in the convenience that gives parents more precious time with their children. Through it all, through every setback and victory, 4 principles guided Amazon's journey. Think long-term when everyone else thinks short-term. Obsess over customers, not competitors. Stay resilient when the world tells you no. Remain frugal. Invest in what matters, cut what doesn't. From a $300,000 investment to a $2 trillion company, from a rented garage to buildings spanning the globe, From one man's wild dream to over 1.6 million packages delivered every single day. The Amazon story isn't just about business success. It's about having the courage to believe in something when no one else does. It's about having the strength to keep moving forward when everyone says you should turn back. It's about building something that outshines even your wildest dreams. So the next time you see that smiling arrow on a package at your door, remember, inside that box is more than just a product. It's a piece of one of the greatest comeback stories ever told. If Jeff Bezos' journey from a rented garage to building one of humanity's most impactful companies inspired you, hit that like button. Share in the comments which lesson from his story resonates most with your own journey. And subscribe for more stories of those who dared to dream beyond what others thought possible. After all, your own greatest chapter might just be beginning.